everyone, Rose Kitchen here. I'm so excited I'm back in the kitchen. I'm cooking. Not big, just potatoes. But I wanted to try an experiment. And if you saw my morning video, you'll find out that I was thinking about using Aquafaba with the potatoes. I saw someone online in one of the chat rooms on Facebook, I forget which one, and they used something else, but it made me think of Aquafaba. So here's what I did. I cut up a whole pile of big old baking potatoes. I've got the oven set on 425, and I have a container of Aquafaba that I had in the, oops, there you go, that I had in the freezer, because when I opened up my beans, I put my Aquafaba in little containers and I froze it for when I would need it. And I thought I would be using it for baking, because that really seems to be the best thing to use for baking. So I'm going to take the Aquafaba and I'm going to, can't stir it up per se because it's got a crack in the lid. And here, let's get this over here. And I'm just going to pour it over all the potatoes, and I'll mix it in there, you know, rub it all around. So I'm going to dry my hands, and then I'm going to put on gloves, because I don't always like touching food anymore. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'd rather be a little bit more sanitary, I guess. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub that Aquafaba all over the potatoes and get it nice and kind of slippery. And then I'm going to, after I get them in there, I'll lay them out on my pan. I can't wait to eat these tonight. You know I love wedges. And it seems like a lot of wedges, but trust me, I may eat them all and I may not, but it wouldn't matter. Because if I ate them all, it'd still be good. I can still do that. Because let's face it, Dr. McDougall says, eat as much potatoes as you like. And I would never argue with my Dr. McDougall. So I'm going to go ahead and put them all out there, lay them out. Can you see them in the pan? I'm rubbing the Aquafaba on. You can see there's some Aquafaba in the bottom. Let me show you, because I don't know if you can actually see that or not. See in the bottom the Aquafaba? I don't know if you can tell. Oh, there it is, the liquid. So I'm just going to use that liquid up on the ones on the bottom that didn't get it. And I'm rubbing them with that. And I think that's going to help seal the potato, as well as have the spices maybe stick to it a little bit better. And then, you know, you can put any kind of spice on these potatoes that you like, but you know my favorite is rosemary. Rosemary and onion powder. Those are my favorite. So there we have it. All of the potatoes have the Aquafaba on it. So I started to sprinkle, but then I realized I didn't like the way it was coming out. Look, it made a clump on this one. So I decided to put in a little dish. I love these little dishes. Aren't they adorable? Aren't they cute? Anyway, I put my onion powder in there. I put a little bit of black pepper, just a little bit, not a big black pepper fan. And I put my favorite spice, my rosemary. And I think I'll be able to sprinkle them this way better. So let's see, as I sprinkle, oh, look at that. That stays on so much nicer. Got lumps of the... So I'm just going to sprinkle on one side. If I have enough, I'll do both sides, but we'll see. So sprinkle that on there. I'm going to do it on the sides instead of over the top. So I really want a lot of flavor. So there we go. I'll probably have to make another little batch because I'm putting a lot on here. I'm going to throw this in the oven. And it looks like they're sticking pretty good. You can see the spices on there. I'm going to put these in my oven. My oven is at 425. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes. I'm going to take a look at these. I did peek earlier, so one of them might have a little bite on it. I don't know how that happened. All right. Oh, I have to tell you, they look pretty good though. Look at the browning on them. The Aquafaba side, look at that. Can you see the crispiness on that? That really looks good. So what I'm going to do, I like that Aquafaba look. It gives it a nice crust. I'm going to go ahead and flip these. Look how nice and brown that side is. Look at that. So I like it. I like it. But I'm going to flip them over, and I'm going to leave them in probably, I'd say another 15 minutes. The ones that stood up straight, I'm telling you, are not as nice as the ones that I put on the side. Oh, good to know. I think the sides, they're browning more. So I think that's the avenue I'm going to take from now on. I'm going to try to remember to put them on their sides. Look how golden. Look how, this one's kind of skinny. I might eat this one now. So I'm going to throw them back in for another 15 minutes, because in my book, you cannot cook these too much. Look at that. All right, now it's really hot. It's just out of the oven, but I do like my food hot. Hear the crunch? All that rosemary and garlic powder. Hot and good. All right, so okay. So I will say this. I think the Aquafaba is a good idea, and I'm going to continue to use it. So in 15 minutes, I have a big plate of potatoes, and I think I'll show you how much it makes, and then we'll see if I can eat them all. Anyway, I'm happy to be back on potatoes, and McDougal is a genius. All right, see you in a few minutes. All right, time for the unveiling. Let's go. I am really hungry, and these are absolutely beautiful. Wait till you see this. Come on in. Get a little closer here. Here, look, 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 look. Can you believe it? Look how crispy that crust is. Oh my gosh. Guess what? This was 2 gigantic, huge potatoes. And since they are super crunchy, and you can kind of tell they're puffed a little bit, so you know they'll be soft in the middle. I will tell you now, these are going to be completely eaten by me tonight. I love when I can press it and it goes in a little bit. That shows me how the inside is nice and soft and the outside is nice and crispy. And I will say, I think the Aquafaba is a great idea, if I do say so myself. So there we are. That one didn't come out as crispy. I'm going to be disappointed in that one, but these are all great. So here is my big plate of crispy potatoes, and I will tell you they are all mine, and I'll be really happy to eat these. All right, so I want to thank you so much for watching. I'm feeling good about being back in the kitchen, and I can't wait to see what else I show you this weekend. All righty, thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful evening or a day, however you're watching this. Remember to continue to like, share, and of course, please subscribe. Thanks again. This is Ro from Ro's Kitchen. Bye now.